Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Print Lab Chronicles. I'm so excited to have you here on this journey of discovery into the amazing world of 3D printing. In our very last video, we peeled back the layers of resin 3D printing, exploring how it achieves those super smooth, incredibly detailed prints. If you missed it, I'll put a link on the top right. Don't forget, you can find timestamps in the description below to jump to specific topics. But now it's time for the ultimate question that almost every single maker faces, and one I'm currently grappling with myself. Which FDM 3D printer should I buy as a beginner? This isn't just about picking a machine, it's about choosing your gateway into a world of creation. Getting this right from the start can make all the difference between a smooth, exciting learning curve and a frustrating, costly one. So, today I'm going to guide you through the key considerations for your first FDM machine. We'll then categorize and highlight some of the top contenders in 2025. And finally, I'll share my own personal, honest shortlist and the big dilemma I'm facing right now. Let's jump in. Before we dive into specific models, let's talk about what truly matters when you're looking for your very first FDM 3D printer. These are the critical factors that will shape your initial experience. First up, ease of use. This is paramount. As a beginner, you want to spend your time designing and printing cool stuff, not necessarily troubleshooting or battling complex settings. Look for printers with user friendly interfaces, straightforward setup processes, and ideally minimal manual calibration. Think appliance like something you can get up and running quickly. Next, consider the assembly process. Are you comfortable with the DIY kit that requires several hours of building, or do you prefer something nearly plug and play, straight out of the box? Many new printers today come pre assembled or in modular kits that are incredibly fast to put together, getting you to that exciting first print much sooner. Print quality is obviously crucial. While advanced users might obsess over microscopic details, as a beginner, you want consistent, clean prints without major defects. We are looking for machines that reliably produce good results right away, helping you build confidence. Reliability and support are often overlooked, but are absolutely vital. A strong, active user community, responsive customer service, and readily available spare parts can be invaluable. Because let's be honest, you will run into questions or minor issues, and having a support system makes a world of difference. Then there is build volume. This simply means how big of an object your printer can create. Think about the types of projects you envision printing. Are they small miniatures, functional household items, or larger props? Ensure your chosen printer can accommodate your anticipated creations. Price is, of course, a factor for everyone. The good news is that the market for entry level FDM printers is incredibly competitive right now, offering fantastic value for money. You can get a highly capable machine without breaking the bank. And finally, something very important, especially for me with kids at home, safety and ventilation. FDM printers can produce ultrafine particles and VOCs, especially with certain filaments. An enclosed printer offers a layer of protection, and proper ventilation is crucial for your health. Whether it's an open frame printer or an enclosed one, I'll definitely be getting an exhaust system to take those pollutants out of my workspace. This is a point I'm taking very seriously, and I'll be even sharing my own ventilation solution in a future bonus episode. So, think about your environment and what safety measures you are comfortable with. When we talk about FDM printers, there are two dominant motion system types that define their form factor and often their capabilities: bed slingers and core XY. Bed slingers are what most people envision when they think of a 3D printer. The print head moves left to right and up and down, but the print bed itself moves forward and backward. These are typically open frame machines, which means they are more affordable to manufacture and easy to access for maintenance and modifications. However, being open, they offer less environmental control for printing certain materials, and fumes are more readily released into the room. Core XY printers. Core XY printers, on the other hand, have a more complex belt system where the print head moves in both X and Y directions on a fixed bed, and the bed only moves down on the Z axis. This design often allows for higher speeds and more stable prints, especially for taller objects. Most Core XY machines, with some exceptions, come as enclosed printers, offering better temperature control for certain filaments and, crucially, a built in level of safety by containing emissions. Before we dive into specific models, I want to strongly encourage beginners to consider a multicolor or multi material system. While single color prints are great, having the ability to print in multiple colors or with different materials in one go opens up a whole new world of possibilities for tinkering, experimenting, and creating truly unique designs. It adds a layer of complexity, but the creative payoff is immense. Let's start with the bed slingers. These are often fantastic entry points due to their accessibility and generally lower cost. My top recommendations for beginners in this category, keeping multicolor multi-material in mind, are Anycubic Kobra 3 V2 Combo, 4 or 8 color, Bambulab A1 Mini with AMS Lite Combo, Creality High Combo, Bambulab A1 with AMS Lite Combo. Now, these are all excellent machines, but they do have their differences. If you're looking for a low budget entry into multicolor bed slingers, I would highly recommend either Anycubic Kobra 3 V2 Combo 4 color or Bambulab A1 Mini with AMS Lite Combo. They offer incredible value for their price point. If your budget allows for a bit more, for a truly exceptional experience, the Bambulab A1 with AMS Lite Combo is definitely the one to go for. A few important notes on bed slingers. While some of these printers boast impressive print speeds like 500 mm per second or 600 mm per second, remember that speed doesn't always equal good quality, especially for beginners. For bed slingers, taller objects can pose a challenge as the bed movement can introduce vibrations. So, for taller parts, you will often find yourself printing at slower speeds to maintain quality. The Bambulab AMS Lite is an open system, but it can be easily enclosed using 3D printable enclosures found online. In fact, on MakerWorld, there is an excellent enclosure for A1 and even an accompanying ultimate filament spool enclosure type O1 for the AMS. These are fantastic community solutions to address the open frame nature for safety and better temperature humidity control. The A1 Mini, despite its smaller build area, is perfect for makers focused on jewelry or miniature production, where precision and smaller prints are key. The Anycubic Ace Pro multicolor system offers a great advantage with its active filament drying. This is a fantastic feature for print quality, though it can be a bit slower compared to the Bambulab AMS Lite. Finally, a pro tip: don't base your purchase decision solely on the built in camera quality. While convenient for monitoring, most integrated cameras are not great for professional looking time lapses. Be prepared to invest in something like a Wise camera or even use a remote trigger mod with your phone or DSLR camera for truly stunning time lapses. So, after weighing all these factors for the Bed Slinger category, my personal choice for this type of printer, especially with my channel's focus and future plans, is the Bambulab A1 with AMS Lite combo. Its blend of ease of use, speed, multicolor capabilities, and the potential for community printed enclosures makes it incredibly compelling. Now, let's shift gears to the Core XY enclosed printers. These are often seen as more advanced due to their design, but many new models are incredibly beginner friendly, offering a more content and robust printing experience. My top recommendations for beginners in this category are Elegoo Centauri Carbon, Creality K1 3D printer, Anycubic Kobra S1 Combo, Bambulab P1S AMS Combo, Bambulab P1S AMS 2 Pro Combo. If you are operating on a low budget for a Core XY, the Elegoo Centauri Carbon is a strong contender. Though, do be aware it's currently a pre order. So, be prepared for a potential wait for delivery. For those with a higher budget, the Bambulab P1S AMS Combo or the Bambulab P1S AMS 2 Pro Combo are truly outstanding choices that offer incredible performance and reliability. A few key points specific to these Core XY machines. The Bambulab AMS initially had a few drawbacks, but many of these have been overcome with the improvements in the AMS 2 Pro version. This new AMS also notably includes active filament drying, a feature the original AMS did not have, which is a significant advantage for maintaining filament quality. For all these printers, while their cameras can be good for basic monitoring and time lapses, if you are aiming for a professional level video, you will still want to invest in a dedicated camera setup. As I mentioned earlier, even with these enclosed printers, I strongly recommend implementing an exhaust system for your workspace to remove any remaining pollutants, especially if you plan to print with materials like ABS or ASA. Beyond specific models, here are some generic recommendations that apply no matter which FDM printer you choose for your first step into 3D printing. Stick with one brand if buying multiples. If you are planning to buy more than one printer down the line, try to stick with the same brand. This saves on maintenance, spare parts, and make managing all your devices much easier, often through a single app. Standardized print volume. If you are purchasing multiple printers, try to get machines with the same print volume if possible. This allows you to use print plates across different machines, adding incredible flexibility and efficiency to your workflow. Community support and modifications. Go for a printer that has a ton of user created modifications and a vibrant community. Brands like Bambulab have massive communities, which means more stable solutions, easy access to support, and a wealth of shared knowledge. Customer support. A good customer support system is another incredibly important factor to consider. Even the best machines can have issues, and knowing you have reliable help is invaluable. Looking ahead, there are some exciting developments coming up. Bambulab is expected to release an update to enable the AMS on the A1 series in Q3 of this year 2025. This is a huge deal for those who are considering the A1. Also, Elegoo is expected to release a multicolor unit for the Centauri Carbon by Q3 or Q4 2025, which could make it even more compelling option in the future. Now, here is a crucial point that often catches new makers by surprise. Your 3D printing journey doesn't stop the moment you hit add to cart on your printer. Beyond the machine itself, you will definitely need to factor in filaments, and you will also inevitably end up buying some essential accessories and consumables. Trust me, accounting for these in your initial budget will save you headaches down the line. We are going to deep dive into filaments in our very next video, covering all types and when to use them. For now, my top tip for beginners is simple. Start by purchasing filaments from the same brands as your printer. Why? Because manufacturers often fine tune their printers to work optimally with their own filaments. This significantly reduces your chances of facing frustrating filament related print issues right out of the gate, giving you a smoother start. Speaking of filaments, moisture is their sworn enemy. If your chosen printer doesn't have an active filament drying function, which many don't, then investing in a good filament dryer is an absolute must. And here's a pro tip: don't settle for a single spool version. Trust me, you will quickly accumulate more filament, and having a dryer with capacity for two or more spools will save you time and frustration. You can find some great options on Amazon. Print plates. Most printers come with a standard textured PEI plate, which is excellent for adhesion, but I highly recommend getting a dual textured or smooth PEI plate. The smooth side gives you that beautiful glossy first layer finish, while the textured side provides a different aesthetic and often better adhesion for certain materials. Some printers even have cool plates for enhanced adhesion or amazing 3D effect plates. Remember, always let your print plate cool down completely before attempting to remove your print. Patience here saves your print and your plate. Having a spare plate or two is also a massive time saver. You can take a finished print of one and immediately start your next project on a fresh, cool plate. If you are eyeing more advanced filaments like those with carbon fiber or glass fiber, known as fiber filled materials, then it's highly recommended to upgrade your printer's hot end and extruder to hardened steel versions. Standard brass nozzles can be quickly worn by these abrasive materials, drastically reducing the life of your printer's components and impacting print quality. This is a crucial upgrade for durability. Your printer will most likely come with a standard 0.4 mm hot end. This is your versatile all rounder. However, for tiny, intricate details, you will want a smaller diameter hot end like 0.2 mm. Conversely, if you are printing bigger objects where details are less critical or you want to print faster, larger hot ends like 0.6 mm or 0.8 mm will be your go to. Many manufacturers offer them in convenient bundles. Finally, for your printer's ongoing maintenance, you will need to be prepared with various consumables and spare parts. Think of it like owning a car. You need more than just gas. This includes items like PTFE tubes and couplers, activated carbon filters, lubricants, purge wipers, heat bed nozzle wipers, hot end silicon sock, and filament cutters. Many printer manufacturers offer these as convenient accessory kits to keep you printing smoothly. And to keep your filaments dry beyond a dryer, desiccant is key. You can purchase pre-packaged pouches or buy desiccant pellets. If you are buying pellets, aim for the orange ones. They are generally safer for your health compared to the blue ones, which often contain cobalt chloride. If you are purchasing activated charcoal pellets, specifically look for non-acid version. This type is better for your printer's longevity and performance. So, there you have it, a deep dive into choosing your first FDM 3D printer. My specific recommendations for Bed Slingers and Core XY machines, and the honest dilemma I am facing between the Bambulab A1 Combo and the P1S Combo. As mentioned, my final decision is still pending the Bambulab 3rd anniversary sale. This decision is so big, in fact, that I'm planning a dedicated bonus episode where I will unveil my final printer purchase, unbox it, and share my initial impressions. And looking further ahead, I will have another bonus video coming out once my exhaust system is fully working and tested, showing you exactly how I set it up for a safer printing environment. Now that you are ready with your printer, what are you going to print with? In our very next video, we are going to demystify the fascinating world of filaments and help you choose the right materials for your projects. If this deep dive into FDM printers sparked your curiosity, or if you are now even more excited about getting your own 3D printer, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any future episodes. And as always, I want to hear from you. What kind of projects are you hoping to make with your first 3D printer? Or do you have any safety tips for beginners getting into it? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your input helps grow this community, and I'm here to learn from you too. Thanks for watching the Print Lab Chronicles. I'll see you in the next one.